Hi everybody, I'm Karina Tech, author of Scolio-Pilates, and this is your second episode of our Scolio-Pilates class series. Today we're going to focus on some side lying exercises for strengthening the hips. So the gluteal muscles, the glute med, min, glute max, and those glute muscles feed into the spine muscles. So it's very, very helpful. So first we will correct towards neutral, and then we'll add the strengthening of those muscles to help us strengthen the spine. So this is your C-curve video. This is your C-curve. Make sure before you start this exercise, just to back up a little bit, to make sure you have your doctor's approval. This C-curve is on the left, and I'll use this spine. It moves a little more easily. The C-curve is on the left. We did the left in the last video too. We will do some with the right C-curve. But we're going to use this C-curve as being primarily in the lumbar and the thoracic, crossing at L1, T12 up to the thoracic, and then correcting up in the neck or the cervical. Okay, so that's our curve. Generally with this curve, the right hip likes to move out to the side. So when we're going to go onto our side, we're going to lie on that hip so we can let the spine drop down. We'll probably review that in just a moment. For this class, you're going to need your Scolio wedge pair. You're going to need a towel or a band, or both. Both will work. But we're going to start off with elongating the spine. Today we're going to take our hands in the shape of fists and place them by our hips. Good job. And from here you're going to lengthen the arms to lengthen the spine. Now, when I lengthen my arms, my seat, my hips start to come a little bit off the mat, which is totally fine. They can come up. However, you don't want to straighten your arms so much that you feel like your shoulders are sinking into your ears here and that you're starting to collapse the spine. It's the exact opposite of what we're trying to do. So your fists go here and you lengthen as much as you can. The arms might not straighten all the way. Mine do. You might have to build up to it or just, stay where it's comfortable. Okay, so with hands in fists by the hips, you're going to take an inhale, just gentle inhale. And now exhale all the air. It's very important to keep blowing until you feel like every last molecule is gone, and you'll feel the tightening of the torso, and you may even feel the hips start to tighten. Take an inhale. And exhale all the air. Good job. And again, inhaling. And exhale all the air. Keep blowing, keep blowing. Good job. Again, inhaling. Nice and gentle here. Exhale, lengthen the arms. Blow all the air out. Keep the arms lengthened. Inhale. And exhale all the air. Inhaling. Keep the arms lengthened. Exhaling. Take a little break from the exercise. Kind of shake your hands out. And we'll try this again. We'll try 5 more breaths. But we'll give the hands a little break here. If the arms are bothering you here, go ahead and place your hands on the hips and do the same lengthening from here. I'm going to start with the hands in fists, and then on the second breath I'm going to move the hands to here so that you can see both variations. So inhaling, nice and gentle. Exhale all the air. I'm going to move my hands to my hips, but you can keep them on the mat if you like. Inhaling. Exhale, I'm going to push down on my hips and lengthen the spine. Good job. Again, inhaling and exhaling. 3 more like that. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhaling. And last breath. Inhale gently. And exhale all the air. Squeeze the glutes. That's it. Good job. Okay, now just sitting here with your hands on your knees. And again, if cross-legged is not your form of sitting, just sit with your feet on the floor. So you can do this in a chair, and it's just as effective. I do it here because this is where I'm set up to do everything. But chairs are good. Okay, so from here, let's move on to an arm exercise. And I'm going to grab, let's start with a towel. So I'm going to just start with a normal kitchen towel and roll it up a bit. And I'm going to place it at about waist height. From here, I'm going to bring my left arm in. It's my right arm, but if you're mirroring me, it will be your left. And I'm going to pull out. Left arm in to your center. Exhale, pull out. So when you're pulling out, both arms are pulling. Otherwise, this arm would pull you away. Left arm across. And exhale, pulling. Good job. Left arm across. Exhale, pulling. Left arm across. Exhale, pull. Now, while you're doing this, exhale across, or I'm sorry, inhale across. Exhale, pull. You're exhaling completely while you're doing this. Inhale here. On the exhale, the glutes are squeezing. I call it the magic carpet squeeze. So that when you squeeze here, you're trying to feel like you're lifting up off your magic carpet. Let's do the other arm. Inhale across. Exhale. Exhale. And magic carpet. So you get tall and you squeeze your magic carpet off your magic carpet. So inhale and exhale. Lift off your magic carpet. Inhaling and exhaling. Lift off the magic carpet. Inhaling and exhaling. Lift off the magic carpet. 2 more. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Let's do just 1 more. Inhale, exhale, magic carpet. Squeeze those glutes. Keep squeezing, keep squeezing, keep squeezing. Get nice and tall here. Just breathing naturally here, but stay tall. My head is trying to reach for the ceiling. It's not my chest that's trying to reach for the ceiling. It's my head. So my head's reaching for the ceiling. My abs are pulling tight around my spine, and my glutes are squeezing. Inhale and exhale, get taller. My arms are pulling, my glutes are squeezing. Last time. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, my arms are pulling, my glutes are squeezing. Good job. Excellent. Okay, let's give that a little break. Let your arms rest. And at any time, if it feels hard, of course, just do what you can, and then the next time you'll do more, and eventually you'll do the whole program without any problem at all. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my band. This is just a TheraBand, just like we stated in episode 1. These are bands that you can get almost anywhere. Your sporting goods stores in your neighborhoods, your hometown will have them. Physical therapy clinics will have these. You can always call us if you need it, but probably you can get it closer to home. Okay, so from here I'm going to do the same exercise with my band, and it's going to give me just a little more range of motion. If I grab out here, I'll get a lot of motion, but for now I'm going to grab just right here. So inhale for me, get nice and tall, squeeze those glutes. Remember, we're really going to focus today on getting those hips stronger. And then exhale, keep squeezing the glutes and open the arm to the side. Good. And then inhale back. I'm going to grab a little closer so I don't get quite that much range of motion. Inhale tall. And exhale, squeeze the glutes. All the muscles of the abs tighten, the spine tightens as you exhale all the air. Inhale back. Exhaling. If you don't have a band today, keep using the towel. Keep doing the exercise we were just doing. Good. Inhale tall. And exhale, I'm squeezing my glutes. I'm pulling my abdominals closer to my spine. So the whole area tightens. It's like a internal brace that you're creating to confirm or to hold this new shape of the spine. So every time you lengthen out of every time we lengthen out of our curves, and then we exhale, we strengthen around those curves to hold that shape. So that complete exhale is extremely important. Last time here, inhale, squeeze the glutes, exhale. Good. Let's do the other side. Inhale for me. Exhale. Squeeze the glutes, come off the magic carpet. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the glutes, come off the magic carpet. Excellent. Inhale. And exhale. I just switched sides, didn't I? Sorry about that. We're going to stay on the same side and then come back. Inhale, stay nice and long. And exhale, squeeze the glutes as you open the arm. Good. Inhale here and exhale there. Inhale and exhale. All the air, squeeze the glutes. If thinking about the breath is a little bit too much in the beginning, I really need to think about the lengthening. So if the breath isn't happening right away, don't worry about it. Don't let it get you frustrated or confused. Just stay with the lengthening. It's very, very important. And then as you move the arms will act as the strengthening component to the spine, because of course everything's attached. So that as we move our arms, the spine muscles will also lengthen. Let's do what we did in the last video. We're going to do a complete opening now. So you're going to inhale here and exhale to the sides of the room. I'm going to imagine that my fists are trying to touch the sides of the room here. If you don't have a band, drop your towel and use just the hands. And instead of the hands being in fists like you're grabbing a band, you're going to have the fingertips nice and long so they reach, 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 and you come back. And inhale here and exhaling there. Nice and long, nice and open across the shoulders. Don't bow forward. No chest forward here. Just long. Always long. Inhale, nice and tall. Squeeze the glutes really, really hard. They should be getting tired at this point. Mine are. And then come back. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze the glutes. Get really, really tall. Inhaling. And exhale. Nice and long here. Let's do 4 more. Inhale. And opening. Exhale here. Squeeze those glutes. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the glutes. This will be 3. Inhaling, exhale, squeeze the glutes. And come back here. And again, squeeze the glutes. Those are the butt muscles, by the way, if I haven't already clarified that. And then come right back. Okay, good. Why don't we give the arms a break? And let's go on to our side. We're going to use our wedges here. We're going to put the bands handy, but not too far away. Okay, so for the C curve, again, this is if the curve is on the left and tends to be lower. So thoracic, lumbar, mid-back, low back. Generally with this type of curve, the hip glides to the right. So we're going to treat it like that. So you're going to lie on your right side. And what that's going to do is it's going to push that right hip up, and then we're going to encourage the spine to drop with gravity so we have a more neutral shape. Okay. Okay, so on your right side, you're going to place the large wedge underneath your right hip. And you're going to place the small wedge underneath your armpit. So it goes there. And there. Okay, from here, my head, let me scoot up just a little bit here. Okay, from here, my bottom leg is bent. My top leg is straight and resting on the mat. Sometimes that's difficult. So if it's difficult, please don't force it. Just bring it up. This will be your starting point, okay? And we have quite a long series of exercises here. I wouldn't expect you on your first try to get through them all, so just join me as much as you can, and eventually you'll get them all. Okay, common mistakes here, and I'm already doing it. My ribs are dropping towards the mat here, which is what I want. That's Good, that's going with gravity. However, when they drop towards the mat, that top rib also wants to go towards the camera or towards your computer monitor. Make sure the rib stays away from the computer. So I'm going to say keep that rib away from me. So your rib is coming towards me here, pull it away from me, all right? Pull it back to you. So the foot, the big toe, and the heel touch the mat here, and then you're going to come right back up and come down and come back up and come down and come back up. Now again, if touching the mat is not comfortable, I'm going to have you start here and you're going to go up and down in a range of motion that doesn't bother your hip. Okay? If we're creating pain, we're going in the complete wrong direction. So make sure no pain, no pain. Muscle discomfort, yes. Pain is a big difference. Okay, so from here we're going to take circles. So 10 circles. On each circle, my heel and my big toe brush right here. My heel and my big toe brush. Good job. They brush. That's 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Good job. 9 and 10. Okay, you're going to reverse this now. 1 and 2. Keep dropping your ribs towards the mat. Keep bringing your rib back towards you, away from me. Good. Let's do 5 more here. 5 and 4 and 3. Make sure your chin is not tucked in towards your chest, that you're looking at me. Good. Okay, from here, one leg rests on top of the other. We're going to create a clamshell here. And the clamshell opens, my heels and my toes are touching, and the clamshell closes. And we open and we close. Common mistake here is to start rolling back. So don't do that. Both of your hip bones face me. And this leg only opens as far as you can before you feel like you're going to roll back. So it might only be an inch or 2. It really just depends on the shape of your hips here. And open and close. And open and close. Whoo! I definitely feel this. Just so you know, it's not just you. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe you're not feeling this. I definitely feel this exercise every time I do it. Especially on the left side. Okay, so you're going to open, and now you're going to lengthen this leg, but it's not in line. It's not here where we started. It's slightly behind you. And then you're going to bring your toes and heels together, and then you're going to close. That's it. Open, reach ever so slightly behind you, squeeze that butt muscle right there, toes together, and you close. And open, and lengthen, squeeze, toes together and close. Open, lengthen and squeeze, together and close. Stop for just a moment, do a little check. Make sure your ribs are going down towards the mat. Make sure the top rib is coming back to you and not towards me. There you go. Open and reach. Oops, toes together and close. Open and reach. Toes together, you close. 3 more to go. Open and reach. Toes together, you close. Open and reach. Toes together, you close. Open and reach. Toes together, you close. Open and reach. Toes together. And I think that's it. Okay, the next one. You're going to take your legs straight out, right where it started, so you're not behind yourself, you're just in line. You're going to lift that leg up, your ribs are touching the mat, the top rib is coming back towards you, good, and hold this position for 10 counts, 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Rest that leg. Now put the other leg underneath of it. Your hand that was on your hip comes to the mat. This is going to be your kickstand. And you're going to lift both legs up, both legs down. 2 and down. And 3 and down. And 4 and down. And 5 and down, and 6, and down. This bottom rib comes towards the mat, and 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, good job. All right, we're going to stretch that in a moment. We're not going to do the other side today. The other side is quite an advanced exercise for scoliosis, and it's not always beneficial. So again, this exercise was for your 3 curve, with the curve going to the left and the hip going to the right. Of course, if you're opposite that, you're you're going to do the opposite side. Okay, so to stretch that, we're going to lie down on your back, just like we did in the first video. You're going to grab your wedges, and I'm missing a wedge here, so I'm going to magically pull one out of my little spot here. There we go. Okay, so from here, oh, and I need the C-curve wedge. Grab that too. Okay, so now you know where my stash is. So this is going to go underneath my left C-curve, the C wedge, and then I'm going to go underneath my right hip with the small wedge, and I'm going to go on a diagonal up underneath my right shoulder here. And I'm going to open the shoulders. And I'm going to bring the feet together. I'm going to cross one ankle over the other knee, and I'm going to bring my right knee towards me to feel a stretch. If you need to, grab behind the leg for the stretch. Once you grab behind the leg with your right hand, you can push back on the left knee for a little stretch here. If this doesn't work well for you, what I recommend is grabbing a towel. So my left knee goes on my my left ankle goes on my right knee. The towel is underneath my right thigh. I'm going to pull that leg towards me. I'm going to hold both ends of the towel with my right hand. I don't know if you can see that, but both ends of the towel with my right hand. I'm going to put my left hand on my left knee, and I'm going to push that knee away just gently. And then once I've gotten there, I'm just going to rock back and forth gently. That's it. Good job. Alrighty, so we have a little bit more to go here. You doing okay? I'll give you a little more, another 30 seconds or so here just to let that rest. Now, the question I probably am going to get is, if we don't do both sides of the hip strengthen? They do. They do. It's we have to remember that what we're going for is a scoliosis correction. So you have moved your spine towards neutral when you were lying on the side, or when you're lying here, or when we're doing the seated corrections. You've moved the spine towards neutral. And then once you were there, you started to correct the spine. So once the spine is moved closer to neutral, then all the muscles, whatever side they're on, are now working from a more physiologically correct position. So they have basically been put back a little closer to where they're meant to be. And then when you move anything in your body, it's going to help them strengthen. Okay, let's give that a break. Let's revisit an exercise from the first video, and that's going to help put the focus on both sides of the hips at the same time. Hands up to the ceiling, hands on the shoulders, drop the elbows to the sides of the room as much as you can. If they're up here, that's fine. And in fact, if they're up off the mat, you might want to clasp your fingers and then just rest your hands on your chest here, so you don't get any shoulder pinching. That's a big no-no. So from here, look straight at the ceiling for me. Stop looking at me, and I'll talk you through it. I want you to curl your tailbone off the mat, so your hips are now looking towards you, and then start lifting the hips up off of the mat. Don't go very high. My belly button is still down on the mat, or at least that side of my spine that's opposite my belly button. And then roll right back down. And squeeze the hips, and up you go. Hold this for 3. Keep squeezing. And 2. And 1. And now come all the way back down. And rolling up. Squeeze 3. Squeeze 2. Squeeze 1. And come right back down. Very nice. And rolling up. And squeeze 3. squeeze 2, squeeze 1, and come right back down. And rolling up, and squeeze 3, squeeze 2, good job, squeeze 1, and come right back down. And let's do this about 5 more times. Rolling up, squeeze 3, squeeze 2, squeeze 1, rolling down, and rolling up. Belly button stays tied to the mat. Squeeze 3, squeeze 2, squeeze 1, come right back down. Now my feet are towards the edge of my mat. I have a very wide mat here. So if you have a typical yoga mat, just put your heels on the edges of the mat with your toes hanging off the sides. Rolling up, hold 3, hold 2, hold 1, come right back down. And rolling up, squeeze 3, keep squeezing, belly button down, hips up, and right back down. Rolling up, right side of your spine pushes down. That's the side of the hollow or the concavity. Squeeze 3, squeeze 2, squeeze 1, and come right back down. There you go. Okay, so now you're going to place your right ankle on your left knee, grab behind your left thigh, use your towel if you need to. Rock back and forth here 4 times for me. 4 and 3. Ooh, I really feel that. 2 and 1. And now place your right hand on your right knee and push it away. And we're going to rock a little bit more. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Go back to the first variation, both hands under the thigh. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Other side, and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of the wedges. I'm going to roll to my side and come on up to sitting. Oh, we ended up with more wedges than I thought. Okay, so from here, let's just take some elongation to finish. Let's do the same elongation that we started with, okay? Get off of my band. Hands by your hips, and you're going to put your head on the ceiling. Your hips reach for the mat. So I've lengthened my arms here, and hold this motion, hold it. Take a gentle inhale, and exhale all the air. So it tightens the abdominals. Very nice. Relax for just a moment. Inhale, get nice and long. Exhale, all the air out. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze those butt muscles. And again, take a little break. Inhale long. Exhale all the air. Stay tall, squeeze the glutes. And again, inhale. And exhale. All the air. Very, very good. 2 more like that. You can add the breathing, don't add the breathing. It's either way is fine. If you ever feel lightheaded, you should stop and lay down. And if you know ahead of time that all this breathing is going to make you lightheaded, then don't worry about it. Just do the motion. So you're sitting up really tall, and you're going to squeeze the spine muscles and tummy muscles as if like a 2-year-old was going to punch you in the tummy. You know, not a 21-year-old, but a 2-year-old. Doink, doink, doink. And if you brace for that, if you brace against that 2-year-old punch, then you will have that bracing of the abdominals. And squeeze the glutes. And relax. Last time. Long arms, head on the ceiling, squeeze the glutes, and brace for that little punch. There it is. Good job. Okay, so that was episode 2. That was our C-curve class. And you did very, very well. If you have any questions, just put them right down there for me, and we will talk soon. I will see you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.